By the time I went to my real mother and lived there, I had a new set of friends. And one of my friends was at the National Theatre. The National Theatre at Manheim was named Nationaltheater by the Prince Regent, the person who was to become emperor of before the Third Reich of the nation. And we were known as the Kurpfalz. That is an area that has been selected by the royal family by choice to live there. We had a castle at Manheim, there was a castle at Heidelberg, there was a castle at Stuttgart. Just in the area of the Kurpfalz there were about at least 4 or 5 imperial residences. And the Prince Regent was the one who, I think that would have been in the 17th century, possibly early 18th century, built the Nationaltheater. And it was built because most of the people who were important literary and music-wise always came there to perform. There was a statue out front for Goethe, who was important for his writing. There was a statue out there for Schiller, who had his first performances of his work. There was a statue of Mozart. Mozart met his future wife there in Mannheim. So the city had a cultural root that went very, very deep. And my friend was at the theater, and I went with her. And after going several times, I was invited. You became something that was known as the stage rat. Or, you know, we were the pack. We were the pack rat. We were the little kids. We had all the privileges backstage. We were disciplined in our performances. We could participate. If we were good enough, we would participate in ballet. You would participate in children choirs, performances with children on stage. Everything that had to do with children. You were allowed, or you were chosen for this or this or this. And I got to like it very, very much. It was a wonderful background. It had a wonderful smell to it. At backstage, there is nothing that smells like backstage. It's something that has to do with all the imitation cities they create, the paintings, the structures. Later on, as it went along, of course, there was the paint, the makeup, and I got to wear makeup, which was totally forbidden at my mother's house, but I got to wear makeup because it was required on stage. I think one of the first performances was in Aida, and I had to wear pretty dark makeup. I was a slave. I was a black slave. They didn't make me entirely black, but you got to be pretty dark.